This collector on the corner. We got all that stuff from that last sale, brought home, scattered out here, and spread out and sorted and stuff. And I really can't tell you what it costs per item because all these tickets just say miscellaneous pile $1, miscellaneous pile $1, miscellaneous pile $1, miscellaneous pile $1, and that just goes on forever. There are very few things that I paid more than $1 for. A few of them.
I believe you.
And what happened? That long rows of stuff. And he'd make a gap about every 20 foot. And he'd stand at one end, his helper would stand the other, and they'd sell choice. And after they sold choice, people quit bidding on choice. He said, everything me to him, $1. And then at the end of nobody bid it. If it wasn't, but then nobody bid it up. He just said, my number, and sold it to me. I didn't even bid on it.
You should have moved where he couldn't find you.
Well, I was standing there. Sometimes I wasn't very close. Sometimes I was 40 feet away, and he still sold it to me. And some of it, I had a hard time figuring out what I bought. But anything anybody else said they bought, I just let them have it. I didn't argue with nobody about nothing. But to start out with, I got this for $1. This big pile of carpet. I don't know what it is.
Boy.
A whole bunch of pieces of carpet for $1. All that up in truck stuff ain't no good. The stuff back here ain't no good. This was some of them Model T Ford coils.
Oh, they look pretty pitiful.
They wasn't taken care of. You might take some parts of them. I don't know. Got a can full of bush hog bolts. That was in with that other stuff.
What, darling? Go help your daddy. Go by your daddy.
Got these pans and stuff. They was in with some other stuff. I'm going to use them to wash parts and feed like critters out of. There's everything in that load, including the kitchen sink.
I've seen that.
There's a bunch of plumbing stuff.
I see my picnic basket seen better days.
Yep. There's a bunch of them barrels that go on the back of your semi-truck wheels for duals. There's a step-down trailer hitch.
Oh, I see it.
There's that picnic basket, got some nails and stuff in it. Probably a no good tape, I imagine.
Yep, you're
no good tape.
You're real good at those things.
Here's some great big nails.
Yeah, I see them. Them are big.
And here's some spike nails. Now, I was needing some more spikes. I was running low on spikes. So last time I wanted to nail something together with some spike nails, I had to hunt. And this can right here.
Yeah, dear.
That's a John Deere field filter.
Hold it still.
Still in the plastic package.
Wow, cool.
The last time I used our John Deere backhoe, we quit running. I had to take that fuel filter out and blow it out. I was needing to buy a new fuel filter.
Oh, dear.
And it depends where you go. You'll pay anywhere from $30 to $50 for that fuel filter.
What's in this? Oh, cool.
A stop and go light comes from a go-kart track, they said.
That'll be real good when you drive your 55.
Yeah. I'll put that out there and you can
spot you.
That'll work better than brakes. There's an old extension cord. There's a whole bunch of them beauty rings for wheels. Bunch of plumbing stuff right there close to that deal. Those won't be a hubcap. There's a fan's got a broke neck. It may not have a broke neck when I got it, but it didn't have a broke neck when I got home.
Yeah, you're real good at fixing things.
This right here is a 6-horse Sears shredder. There's a bag to it somewhere, but you throw stuff in there and shreds it up and blows out in that bag. There's 8 lawnmowers here. And I don't give these lawnmowers too much credit. And
why not?
I give $2 for
oh, look at this in here.
This
and the wheels is all wired up. That's a good one.
It cost me $2 for all 8 of the lawnmowers. There's an air tank without a hose.
Cool.
Here's some air hose.
Why, look at that lawnmower. It was so fast, it's even got a license plate on the
I
back.
paid up for the chainsaws. I give
Aw,
$3
that
for
little
one
red
and
one's
$5 for the other. And the reason I bought this,
Why?
it's a metal chainsaw.
Ah.
It's not plastic. It's got compression.
Oh, cool.
I don't even know what kind it is.
Chainsaw brand.
But it might run. That McCullough there, that's one of them little McCulloughs. And getting the time of year, I can start up, get a chainsaw going, sharpen the chain up, and somebody will think they're going to cut firewood with old used saw like that, and they'll buy it off me. Got all them gas cans there.
I see it.
That's in with one of them piles, and this here's brand new. It ain't never had any gas ever put in it.
I hope you had that. The glare is bad.
There's some bird seed and potting mix.
I know. Shoot the dog.
Coaxial wire and a vent for something. There's some bolts there and some bolts there. Bolts there. There's some more bolts right there. Some of them new.
Box of miscellaneous crap and more.
And this whole bucket here is full of big old bolts. Oh.
Alrighty.
Up here.
I know there's the creeper.
There's that creeper she couldn't think of the name.
I know, I couldn't think of the name.
That old boy Zale is laying under a Jeep on the mash, remember?
Yep, I do. But
anyway, I got an electrical box. And some more electric stuff. And 3 of these brand new switches. That there's a air governor off of a compressor. Looks like the International to me. And that compressor's somewhere.
Don't look at me.
Well, I don't know. It got thrown out. It was supposed to be close. I don't see it. But that compressor's somewhere.
That's okay.
Oops.
Oops.
There's a garden plow without the wooden handles. 2 beer can openers.
Oh, shoot. We need that.
A little old short soda bottle. 2 funnels and a spout. That's all new stuff. There's some oil still in the cans and transmission fluid. There's some tire buffer. And, there's some liquid buffer there. 3-in-1 oil. I always thought this was kind of neat. One more tire patch kit.
Hold it still.
Yeah. There's another one.
Cool.
Them's pretty old. Got a whole pile of saw blades there. They might be one fit on that skill saw. That gas power. And this right here is a dado blade. And you can adjust this around how much it wobbles. And it wobbles like that when you're sawing it, it cuts a groove.
Oh, I was going to say,
it's
like you're drunk
you can
or
use
something.
it on a table saw. That big grinding grit was in with them saw blades, that dado blade.
Oh,
I'll probably give $1 for that. Here's 3 gallons of 90 weight oil.
Cool.
I give $2 for that. Whole bunch of tarp straps and stuff.
Cool.
I think that was $1 deal. This was $1. It's a bucket of Holley carburetors all took apart.
Oh,
base plates.
That's the best way to have them.
Well, there's one there. Right there, that's off a double pumper. See, it's a center pivot float.
No.
Fuel goes in here,
Say so.
and then it comes out this other line and goes to the back. That's all a Holley double pumper.
Wow.
But there's just some Holley parts in there. There's some of them brand new still in the bag. But anyway, got that. Got some tubes and stuff that might be good.
Yeah.
I don't think that's any good in there. That turtle wax. There's some more turtle wax and some other car polish. There's a pipe wrench and a pair of hoof nippers and a clevis and a pintle hitch, box of wire. This right here I'll probably use a lot of.
Mm-hmm.
What that is,
Buffing that bald spot.
there's a lot of sanding grits in there.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them new.
Cool.
And I'm always needing sandpaper.
He is.
Yeah, I got a pretty good supply of it. And there's some chrome lug nuts for semi-truck.
Mm-hmm.
Them go on your front wheels.
Ah.
Make them look pretty.
Mm-hmm.
This here is them old flashing flares.
That's what I was wondering if those were the flares.
I hope it is. I hope I ain't stick of dynamite.
Shoot the dog.
But dynamite used to look about like that. A little fatter stick, red.
Mm-hmm.
It used to look like that.
I
got a story. I got a story
I
about
remember. I remember your dynamite.
that. I got 2 boomers and a come along.
I gotta get over there to you.
2 boomers, come along, piece of trace chain. One of them augers you screw in the ground to fasten your billy goat to where he don't run off when you got him tethered out.
You don't need
Our
your
little
billy
come
goats
on.
running away.
Got some CB radio stuff.
Big wheels turning.
And in that CB radio,
Yes.
there's a CB radio.
Mm-hmm.
There's a linear booster.
Ooh.
Kind of illegal to have them.
No.
And in this box right here, there's even a speaker for that CB.
Oh boy.
See that?
Yeah. Escort.
Yep, escort.
Mm-hmm. Who you gonna escort?
Radar detector.
Oh boy.
Now, when you drive a semi truck, you got a radar detector in there. Boy, the DOT don't like that. They frown down upon having that radar detector. Well, years ago, it used to be the CB radios was pretty good sized.
Mm-hmm.
So what? Some nameless guy, I won't tell who he was, he would take one of these little CBs like this and put it inside a big case
Uh-huh.
and put his radar detector inside that case too. And anytime his CBR was on, his bird dog was on, it would help him.
Mm.
And the DOT could crawl all over inside that truck. They couldn't find that radar detector.
That's cool.
Not that I speeded so much, but I like to know that they was up there where I could look at that speedometer and be sure I was going about 2 miles below the limit when I went past them.
Oh, your
There's some of that banner stuff that them car locks and people have.
your Husqvarna rotor is rotating.
Yeah,
Rotating.
Salonis rotor, I seen that.
Yeah.
I got 2 of these chains.
Oh, what kind
They're
of
a bigger link chain,
chains
pair of 'em.
are they?
but what they got this latch on them.
Uh-huh.
See how
Oh,
that's
so
made?
you can lock it. That's cool.
And they're them long link chains. I don't mind them so much because you can. It's
Uh-huh.
real easy to put them around something
Uh-huh.
and take a link out and put it through there like that and stick a bolt in there
Oh,
and make it hold
yeah.
whatever length, shorten it up. But there's
Yeah.
pairs. There's some more plug wires.
Y'all look over there. Isn't that the
I
side?
get $1 for them wheels. Them's all probably
Just think
very
he's
long
got to
board.
put it all away.
These are some pretty good big.
Oh, yes.
Got a bearing in the center of them. Them's
Mm-hmm.
heavy duty. Kind of cracked up, but what I can do, I can pump that full of that silicone, and that wheel will stay together. Got 3 brand new tubes for go-kart.
I thought maybe you just Bondo it or something.
You know, you can fill up a Bondo too. Wouldn't
Mhm.
miss it good. There's some shelves.
Yeah, I
3
seen that.
metal shelf brackets, 4 wooden shelf brackets, and 3 more shelf brackets.
Yes'm.
Got 2 jacks. There's one that ain't froze up. 2 bent handles and a 4-way lug wrench with a hubcap removal deal on it.
Mm-hmm.
Got this hydraulic jack here.
Did you get that doohickey? Or is that the other doohickey that you got from
There's
the...
a can of jack oil.
Oh, and there's your shoes you're going to wear
Yeah.
when you go play football.
Well, I thought you'd take him to BLM rally and do some stomping. No, you know what I was thinking
no,
on?
Father, no.
I was thinking cutting these spikes off a lot shorter.
No, know. It'd be nice to know where you're at out in the yard.
And when the ice and snow's on the ground, I'll put them on the bottom of my boots where I won't be slipping. Old man don't need to be slipping and falling.
Really?
That's a dog carrier.
Yeah.
That belongs to that boy.
I'd say so.
He laid it right there.
Hey,
Got two of these little nail aprons.
Break it.
That don't say nothing on it. That's some lumber company. But I always did like these little cloth nail aprons when I was building stuff. They're good fence or whatever. I got a whole deal full of lights, light bulbs.
Yeah. Yep.
There's a motion detector.
Wow.
I don't know whether any of that stuff's any good. I ain't plugged none of it in yet. I ain't tried it out.
Most everything you've plugged in has worked, though, so that's good.
Tools. Got 3 of these diggers.
I know the kids
Back scratchers. There's something you can
kids will have them lost in a minute.
trim something with. Part of the deal, a little grease gun, a axe head, hatchet head, and a hammer head. And I guess you put fluid in here and put your garden hose on there, and it squirts out different soapy. You got an assortment of these rigs right here for hooking on your garden hose. Them little antique ones there for squirting.
Yeah, I see them.
Probably one of the best tools I got in the whole bunch. That's a Craftsman. It's one of them little slim socket deals that you wouldn't want to put a pipe on it. And in this pan, there's a bunch of air blowers, different air blowers, fuel line for a chainsaw, another air blower, some kind of little wrench, some kind of pair of pliers or flat. I don't know what them be good for. There's a pair of pliers. Sure, that isn't real good except for that Craftsman deal. And these here is valve stenders. If you had dual wheels on something, you'll put them valve cores on after to the outside of the wheels. You screw that on there and you put your air in right there.
Wow.
Might be good for something. I don't know. There's 4 of them in that bunch. Okay. Propane torch. 2 more heads.
Oh, still, you're not auctioning.
That's old. It's asbestos.
Ooh.
Muffler bandage.
We need that.
Up here.
Okay, I gotta turn around.
Fence staples.
Oh boy. Barbed wire.
Yeah, I'll get it out.
I
Little bitty staples if you wanted to build a chicken coop or something.
Which
Chicken
you
wire,
need
hardware cloth.
Which you need to.
T-post clips. Got this deal right here. It's antique, but you stick your barbed wire right in there. You pull on that and it'll tighten up and pull your barbed wire.
You're going to have to hold your hand still. You move around too much, darling.
First part of sale, he held one of these up and got about $8 out of it.
Okay.
And I got this on a $1 deal.
All righty.
But it fits on that barbed wire, see? You fit it on there like that. You see how it's holding?
Wow,
I got that little bit of barbed wire.
everybody needs a barbed wire holder.
There's some plug wire, so it ain't no good.
I bet they ain't no good. That and there's got mouse chewings on it, so I'm sure it ain't no good.
There's some wire brushes go on your drill.
I know, I showed them earlier.
And there's 3-4 test lights.
I know. Are those the ones you lost?
No. Here's a big grinding wheel somebody's rigged up to go on the drill.
Wow.
I got a chisel. I like this.
What is it?
That's a valve spring compressor for little 1-cylinder engines like a Briggs & Stratton, 2, 3, 4, 5 horse, I've never had a small one. I've always just had to use screwdrivers. I've had some big ones like this, That's about the third or fourth one of them I own.
Gosh, someone needs to teach you
Big
how to
old
hold stuff.
sharp knife and got a sheath for it.
Oh, I thought it was for a razor for shaving
There's a bracing bit.
your beard. I was going to tell you missed.
Got some torch tips. There's two there. There's a rosebud.
Wow.
She's bigger. We call that a rosebud. And there's some tips.
Shoot dog, I didn't know that.
Half a dozen tips. Two strikers.
Wow, it even sparks.
That file there, but just a little bit file right there.
Yeah.
The end of it's rolled off. What that is, that's a points file for filing your ignition points when they're glued, rather than use sandpaper. I used to keep one of them in my coverall pocket years ago. A few brushes. Put this back. Hope the little girl don't trip.
Yeah, I was going to say, he forgets. I've got a mosey behind him, and his moseying spot is
Well, I try to believe we're good enough path.
Alrighty.
Bunch of semi-truck stuff. There's some lights and stuff right there. There's a bunch of lights there, and there's like
spark plugs.
Half a dozen of them spot mirrors of different size, and two big mirrors. And this one right here's a heated mirror.
Oh, wow.
You can turn the heat on, melt the ice off of it. There's a bunch more electrical stuff.
Oh, and some lamps.
Right there. I don't know what that is, gingerbread.
Oh, yeah.
There's that inner air filter for a John Deere, brand new.
Wow.
There's an outer one, too.
There's Prince Albert in a can.
There's PA in the can. There's a set of truck flares.
Not flares.
Yeah, well, them
reflectors.
Well, whatever you want to call them. There's two lamps. There's a brand new filter for shop vac. Oh, that's pretty neat, I think. That's one I think it is.
Don't look at me.
All kinds of gun cleaning stuff, including a old antique can of gun oil.
Oh, it says poison.
Well, yeah.
Are you supposed to
see, that's for your shotgun.
Drink it?
There's all different sized little wire brushes and all kinds of junk in there. Rods and I don't know what all was in there. Different stuff for cleaning your guns. I think I'll take the rest of them gun cleaning kits and throw them all in here. Then I can clean it all in one spot.
There's some more junk.
That's some stuff Debbie sorted out.
Oh, don't throw me into this.
Out of the junk.
Yeah, I did.
So it's made out of steel, and I was going to leave it there, and that Danny, our middle grandson, he went with us when we got the second load, and he insisted on bringing that
Yes,
home.
he did. I think it's cute.
There's some empty 5-gallon buckets. That's got something in it.
I see.
Bunch of pitch frames. All kinds of cleaning supplies. Oh, some of them brand new, never been used.
Sewing machine.
There's chainsaws. Oh, there's that compressor off that semi-truck.
Ah, that's what you were looking for.
And here's a box with 2 gas heaters in it. Them little white heaters. There's some kind of burner there. There's a heater there. There's a battery under there. All them dog boxes.
I know.
There's a bird feeder.
Yep.
Here's a sprayer. Don't look like it's hardly been used.
And some cones for when you're doing construction.
I think the boy wanted that junk. I don't know what it all is.
Trash can full of trash.
There's a brand new humidifier. I think that's what she said that was.
Something like that.
There's some kind of porcelain ramshackle house like we would home. And a whole bunch of deals. There's one of Grandpa at Parrot's cup. There's one with a bear on it. Says Grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, world's greatest dad. There are all kinds of
Wow.
clips and stuff in there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Real old TV. I don't think you'd get anything on it anymore.
Wow.
Seems to be a reoccurring thing. The last auctions we went to,
Yeah.
we got a tractor car. Got another one this time. It's a 32. If somebody needs if somebody needs a 12.4 11.32
Mm-hmm.
that ain't got a brake in it, I would make them a good deal on this car. Real good deal. Well, we got airflow. Another one of those bug deals from a truck.
Mm-hmm.
And got another one of these deals that's used to open them oil cans. You know, that they don't sell no more.
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of electric juicer.
Yep, electric juicer.
Got 2 electric heaters.
Mm-hmm.
They work. I plugged them in.
Mm-hmm.
A fan, it worked. I plugged
What's
it
in that Craftsman thing?
This right here is a Powercraft. That'd be Montgomery Ward.
Okay.
And it's aluminum.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good. I
Mm-hmm.
plugged it in.
Mm-hmm.
I like this box.
Oh, wow.
This is a Craftsman.
Mm-hmm.
Like the cord little.
Yeah, cord bollock
But
stuff.
it works good. It didn't electrocute me while I was on it. That's a Craftsman. Here's some kind of little blower.
Uh-huh.
It worked. This right here is a Craftsman belt sander.
Wow.
It worked.
Wow.
I didn't have a belt sander. I've been wanting one. I didn't have one.
Wow.
I've never owned a belt sander.
Well, all you got to do is put a belt on when you're sanding.
Right there's another Craftsman belt sander. That's a 2-speed.
Wow.
That's a 2-speed.
And I see you got some Christmas lights.
Yeah. I so went through them Christmas lights, and this whole pile right here, they all work.
Mm-hmm.
Them over there didn't work.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and another bug zapper.
Talk about that bug zapper a minute.
Oh, sorry. You didn't see
Anyway,
that.
Got this polisher. It works, but yeah, it ain't no good. That thing stinks, but it's got a good cord on it. When I first looked at this, I didn't know what it was. I had no idea. What that is,
I won't steal your thunder.
well, they run off that cord that was
They
running
probably did. No, I think it's right up there. I think the grandkids got it. I see it.
What that
It's a
is,
cement mixer.
you put an abrasive, there's rubber inside that
Mm-hmm.
drum. The
Uh-huh.
little wing nuts, you can take the top of the drum off. It's got a rubber lid.
Mm-hmm.
And you put your abrasive material in there,
Uh-huh.
and put your rock or something in there you want to polish it,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll polish it up. Rock tumble,
Ah,
I guess you want to call it.
Yep, that's what I would call it. And a whole bunch of shoe polishing thingamajigs.
Anyway,
Alrighty.
bug zapper.
Mm-hmm.
Plugged in, it works.
Uh-huh.
What you can do is this, you hang that sucker up out there by your picnic table,
Mm-hmm.
and you get yourself a case of beer or a 6-pack or however much, and you got evening's entertainment.
Yep, you do.
Watching them big bugs get in there and get the zap done to
Just
them.
desserts.
That's a lot, but them ain't no good. But all told, got that all done there.
Uh-huh.
And I guess I'll tell the snake in the toolbox story. One time I was working for this old guy. He wasn't that much older than me, probably 10 years older than me. And you'd be laying under a semi-truck or something working on it. He'd throw a rubber snake on you. He's always pulling jokes on people. He'd get somebody to put a funnel in their pants and bet them money they couldn't put a nickel on their forehead and make it fall into the funnel with their eyes closed with a blindfold on. And they put that blindfold on, and meant to put the blindfold on, he'd pour a pitcher of cold water down that funnel. And he had a whistle sitting on his desk. It said silent dog whistle. He filled it up with powder. And somebody'd pick that up and blow on it and blow powder on it. He was always doing stuff to people.
Well, I was going to say you got off of your snake.
Well, no, this is building up
okay.
to it. Well, he'd throw that rubber snake on me a few times. He was always trying stuff. Well, we had to change out a 13-speed Road Ranger transmission. He sold it to the guy. He junked trucks. He sold this guy a transmission. And he hired me and my boys to go over and pull the one out of this other guy's truck and put it in there and all that. And we got that changed out. It was low grease, so we had to go back over to the shop and get a 5-gallon grease bucket with that hand pump. And we got that, and we filled that transmission up. I drove old truck down the road, old 13, shifted that all right and everything. When we come back, I had a toolbox, old rusty one, about the size of this. And they make 2 different kinds of them big black snakes. It's about 5-6 foot long. There's one.
They make 2 different kinds, or they just?
Well, 2 different.
Do they make them on purpose?
Whatever, you know.
Well, I was going to say, I wouldn't make one.
He'll be a big long snake. They got a white belly, and you'll find him in chicken house swallowing eggs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he ain't real aggressive. And they got this other one called a coach whip. And he have a brown belly, and the end of his tail looks like it's been pleated, like the end of a. He looks like a big coach whip. What he looks like. And them suckers, when you run on one of them woods, he won't back up. He'll stay and hold his ground and rear up and tap his tail on the leaves where it sounds like a rattlesnake. I caught one of them coach whips. And I took him and I put him in that toolbox, and there was a little tray there sit on top. I put that tray in there and I put some bolts on top, made it heavy. So when I went back to take that grease bucket back to him, I made sure I had everything positioned. We drive a little 64 Ford Fairlane 500. I had that truck full of tools and this and that, and I made sure I had it positioned where I had to move that toolbox out in order to get that grease bucket out. So I set that toolbox out and set the grease bucket out. I told him, I'm in a hurry, I ain't got time to talk, I gotta go. And we drove off. And I didn't see it, but the fellow that was helping him that day, a fellow named Jim, a good friend of mine, he said, you hadn't got no more out of sight. He said, he left his toolbox. Let's see what's in it. And he said he opened that lid, and he said that coach whip come jumping out of there when he took that top tray out. And he said, didn't know it, but he was afraid of snakes. Really afraid of snakes. And he said it went out there and it was laying under a semi-truck out there on the shop floor. Somebody come along, wasn't afraid of snakes, and they caught it, put it back in the toolbox. Some customer come up there and he was wanting something, 3rd member for a rear end or something, chunk they call it. So while he was around back with a forklift getting the 3rd member, him and that customer, he got his help to set that old toolbox in the middle of that help pickup bed. And he pulls up there with a forklift and going to set that 3rd member down the bed of that truck. And he told the guy, you better move your toolbox. So he said, I'll mash it with this 3rd member. The guy, oh, I ain't never seen that before. Of course, he's got to open it up. The snake comes out. They did that to 3 or 4 people. Having a lot of fun. That old boy that wasn't afraid of snake could catch it and put it back in there. One day, about the fourth guy they did that to, he wasn't afraid of snakes either. He grabbed that old snake and killed it, tore its head off. Good, perfect good snake. Mad. Tore its head off, throwed it down there.
How did
So what are they
that?
going to do with a dead snake? Well, this old guy come around there, and he tended to sell fruit and packages of nuts and stuff like that. He'd go down to the docks down in Memphis and buy all kinds of produce and put in his pickup. He'd run around and sell that stuff. He's retired. He just a hobby. And he'd come in there and sit around the office and bulled a little bit. And somebody went out there and took that dead snake and laid it across the back top of the seat of his truck. And he got out of his truck and drove off. And it's down in the bottoms down there. And when he got up there about a mile towards Pocahontas, about even with the airflow insulation company, that snake rolled off and around his neck, that dead snake. And it scared that old man so bad he run off in the ditch and he wrecked his truck in that culvert and had a heart attack. But he was real old.
That's terrible.
I mean, this guy was close to 80.
That's
I
terrible.
pulled it on somebody that was young enough could take it, you know, a practical joker. And I think it cost that old boy over $20,000 laying that snake up on the back of that old seat. He didn't much want to talk about that snake no more, but he told me, I'm going to get even with you for that snake. He never did, but, you know. But that's a snake in the toolbox.
Yeah, I think he did get even with you.
You think he got even with
Yeah,
me?
those weeks that never ended.
Oh, yeah. I used to work for him. He'd want to hire me by the week and pay me $500 a week. Man, you work 7 days a week, 16 hours a day. I quit. I said, no, I got to spend time with my wife and kids, you know, this and that. He come back, he wanted me to do stuff for him. I said, no. I said, me and my boys will come help you do stuff. I said, but you're going to pay us $20 an hour. I said, you know, so he would use us and pay us $20 an hour, but, you know, we had to be doing something he couldn't get nobody else to do, you know, cheaper. But we worked for him off and on. He always paid cash, but he was a practical joker. You know, he just carried it too far with that dead snake, you know. Anyway, I guess that'll be all for this one. Now I get to clean all this mess up.
Cheaper.
Anyway, but old Tobe Blinken used to buy junk at auctions, had a resale shop over at Maynard. And he said, yeah, I go to auction and buy a big truckload of junk and bring it home and sort it out and go through it, and it suddenly becomes merchandise. Goodbye and good luck to you. No, I got something else to show.
Oh, shoot.
I almost forgot. I got to show this.
Yeah, he's got to show it. I wasn't going to remind him.
Let's go around this way.
I know, I wasn't going to remind you. I was going to let it be a secret. See, look, all the junk, the treasures, all the good stuff. Yeah, yep. So much good stuff. Yeah. Oh my gosh, stuff for the kids to step on and get a nail in their foot. Jeepers creepers, you old geezer. Uh-oh. Okay, that one moved. Oh, there's the broken mirror.
Y'all might wondered what I had strapped down.
Okay, what did you...
What I had strapped down to the hood and covered up.
What did you have strapped down, darling?
I had 2 brand new windows.
Oh, boy.
I put a little bicycle tire under them and cinch that down to the hood. But that ain't what I'm going to show you.
Wow.
This right here. I'm going to get some use out of this.
Oh.
That's brand new. Still in the box.
Oh,
Never been out of the box.
Oh, boy.
And I can get in it without falling out. See, I can lay here and drink my beer and watch that bug zapper.
Okay.
So,
well, good night, honey.
That'll be goodbye and good luck, y'all. And y'all have a good one.
Yes, thank y'all, and please like and subscribe. Bye.